it cost me less than $10,000.
And maybe I'm going to estimate 30 to 50 grand in favors.
What happened with this project was it was kind of like a first feature for most, you know? So, and in the film industry, whether you're an actor or, a crew member, credits are more valuable than money in a lot of sense, depending on where you are, obviously, in your career. So for people that haven't done a feature, the feature credit is worth a lot, because all of a sudden you're elevated to another level of expertise, you know, because people look at your CV and they don't go, how much was that, did you get paid on that project? They say, you know, when was it done? Was it done really recently? You know, was it a feature length? Was it, you know, something bigger than, you know, a short film? And did you provide a substantial role in it? And if you tick those boxes, then all of a sudden your CV is elevated. And, you know, it's the same with any industry. People don't look at how much you were earning. Sometimes you can pretty much lie about how much you were earning in your previous job to get your new job. They look at your CV and they look at how long you were there and you know, what position you were in, and, you know, how large in scale the position is in the company, and that's it. So, you know, for me from now on, I don't want to make films like that. You know, this was a first feature process, and it was kind of like, hey, let's do this to do it. Now we've all got credits and, you know, we've all got experience and, you know, this is great. But from now on, I do not want to do that for a number of reasons. One, because it's too fucking difficult. Two, because people have lives and, you know, roofs and mouths to feed, and, you know, and yeah, they're the two reasons basically. So it happened, and, you know, I'm grateful for everyone. I volunteered myself, you know, I didn't get paid either. So, you know, everyone kind of, it was a very collaborative effort, and, you know, we all pulled our bit to make it happen, and it was all for our own gain. You know, we all got something out of it, and, you know, bar the great experiences and, you know, all that sort of thing. But we, you know, we got a lot of things that we all needed as filmmakers, I think. But now it's kind of like, okay, that's great. Now we kind of move on and make sure we all get paid, and make sure, you know, we don't get into this cycle of, oh yes, we'll just, you know, do it for experience thing. You know, that's something that you can do once or twice, but it's not something that you want to make a habit. So many people were saying you can't make a feature for A, B, C, D reasons, you know? And I was very stubborn, which I'm glad I was and still am, and kind of went, I don't care what you think. I'm making a feature, you know? And that's advice you hear from a lot of famous filmmakers, is just make it, like make a film. Because you'll learn your own process. You know, there's no tip that I can give that will work for everyone. You know, it's you just need to do it, and you need to experience it, and you need to go, okay, this is how I work, this is how other people work, and this is how I find the thing in the middle, you know? And I think for me is maybe one piece of advice that, you know, I should keep in mind, and I think I do now more, is have a bit more patience. Because I'm so full steam ahead, you know, that I'm there already in my mind, and people are here, and I'm like, come on, get here, hurry up, don't have time. So, which is fine, but I think, you know, obviously communicating that to people, just to, you know, more patience.
I might give some advice from someone that gave me advice many years ago. I think it was 2009. We went to LA, me and these two guys, and we had a script, two of my good mates, and we had a production company back then, and everyone loved the script. And we landed in LA around the time that the GFC hit, and, you know, we saw people in suits on the street asking for money, and we're like, oh, maybe this is not such a good time to be here. And we had a lot of meetings lined up. Everyone loved the script. Got there, they're like, sorry, bad timing. We need horror or romantic comedy right now. Even though they were talking about putting up $5 million for this script. And we're like, oh, that's crap timing. And we had a lot of meetings, and everyone was like, they were just saying the same thing. Oh, great script, sorry, bad timing. Met one guy who was probably the most real dude in LA, for me anyway. I rocked up in a suit looking like a clown, and he's just like, he was with an actress, I think, and he was running late, and he was just a typical Hollywood executive, and he just kind of said, give me 15 minutes. And then he came over. He's like, first of all, he's like, don't wear a suit south of, I don't know, one of the boulevards. He's like, that's just a rule. He goes, take your jacket off. And I'm like, all right, cool. Bit intimidating, but I'm like, at least this guy's saying something that's different from, oh yeah, great script, sorry, but yeah, bad timing. And he just said to us, look, it is a good script. I'm not denying that. Crap timing, I'm sure everyone else has told you the same thing. He's like, look, this is the only advice I'm going to give you. I don't want to waste a lot of your time. He just said, the first one's on you. And we were just like, it was kind of like the words of a wise man, and we were all just it just kind of went over our heads, and we were like, what does that mean? And then and we all had these like blank expressions on our face, and he just kind of went, okay. He's like, I'll explain what I mean. And he just said, the first one's on you. When I say that, I mean, just do it. If you don't do it, no one knows that you're capable of it. And that's the thing, like, in all honesty, I can say that if I didn't jump on this project, I may not have done a feature for another 10 years, another 20 years. I may never have done a feature. I may have given up on the film industry because it's not a hard thing to do in this country at the moment, and just gone and done something else. So I can actually pay rent, feed myself, and survive. It sounds like really dramatic and like, caveman thing, like you gotta, knock out an animal and go, but you do, like, in a way, you have to go and pay rent. You have to support yourself. You have to support your partner or your family or whatever. You've got responsibilities, and that's the saddest thing about the industry at the moment is, well, most creative industries. I'm not just going to limit it to film, where you go and if you're a register operator at a supermarket, every job is a job. You're standing there, you're putting up with, customers' crap and people's moods, but you're getting paid for it. You're getting paid for it. That's paying your rent. That's paying your bills. So many times you get asked to do stuff when it's creative, and it's, oh yeah, but can you? And obviously we ask for favors to get True Face done, but we got a feature done. This is something. And I'm not putting shorts down because I've done so many of them. I think they're an amazing stepping stone, but there has to come a time where you do it, because if you just keep doing shorts for 10, 20 years, and I know plenty of people who have, and their shorts look amazing and they're great films and they win festivals, but really, shorts aren't going to make you money long term. You have to think about, this is a job. That's the number one thing I would say. That's the two things I would say. Do it. Just do it. Like Jack said, it is a bunch of short films, really. You've got a script. Every day you come on set, you're doing the same thing. The director's directing the actors. If you're producing, you're organizing the logistics, or you're getting release form, whatever your job is on that day. DOP, you're shooting. That's what you're doing. You just got to get into that mentality. It's your job. It's your job. This is what you're here to do. And you just do it. And obviously, if you're going to commit yourself to any project, obviously when you're starting out, you're going to do a lot more. As you go on, you become more selective about the projects you jump on, and the crew and cast that you surround yourself with as well. That's really important.